Hi there, welcome to Michael on the Go, Catholic Family Man Edition, and I am your host, Michael Giannotti. Video 2 of building brand and audience as part of the new evangelization. This video is, video 2 is going to focus on being on multiple social media channels. As I wait for my light to turn here. So, you know, as I mentioned in the last video, the whole impetus behind this series is really around, I was questioned the other day by some folks at corporate who have a website up, lots of great content. They weren't seeing the volume of traffic that I was seeing on a site that I do as part of work, and they wanted to know why and how they could improve that. One of the areas that came up was around this whole idea of engaging in multiple channels. So when we look at social media, there really are a lot of ways that we can take this, and we should be taking as many as possible. For example, first of all, if you don't have a website or a blog, it could be a website with a blog, it can be a standalone blog, but you need to have a website at least with a blog. You need to have one. That is your anchor in social media land, and you need that anchor. Why? Because that's where you can fully articulate thoughts and ideas, put content, resource links, etc. It is a great place. It really is your anchor for your identity, for your brand online, from which everything else will flow. Secondly, I know there are folks with aversions and I don't see the use. I don't do Facebook, I don't do Twitter, I don't do Instagram, Pinterest. People get all hung up on their personal things. Well, guess what? Get over it, because that's where people are. When you're looking to evangelize, you need to meet people where they're at. You know, we hear about Christ going and eating with the sinners, with the tax collectors, and the, you know, all these people that were the refuse of society. He went out and he did things that would have been outside the comfort zone of the religious of the day, because he knew you need to meet people where they're at. And where are they at today? Well, they're all over on social media. And so do you in your efforts to build your brand and to build your audience. So first of all, Facebook, you need to be there. You know, it is the largest social media site on the planet, or network, and you need to be engaging on Facebook your potential audience. Every time you post something to your website, you should share it out there. But then in addition to that, it gives you a chance to be more personal or personable in sharing other things. You know, I think about Audrey Assad, Catholic performer, Catholic artist, and she shares all kinds of just personal stuff out there on Facebook. And it's a great thing. Ike Nadolo does the same thing. And they connect with people because not only are they sharing their professional and their evangelistic activities, but also personable things. And it again raises up, and then you point back to your site with all that. Number 2, Twitter. You need to be out there on Twitter. Twitter is the second largest thing really out there today. And just because it's 140 characters doesn't mean it's not valuable. Again, you should always post. Every time you post to your site, you should post a link to the new content out on Twitter. And then again, other personable things. And it could be sharing quotes from the Pope. It could be, there's a wealth of things that you could cross promote and put out there, but you should be posting out to Twitter. Some of the others: Instagram, Tumblr, Reddit, Pinterest, just to name a few. Again, all sites, Vine, that you should be out on and posting to, and again providing linkage and information back to your site. All of this will help, number one, to raise your site itself, your base, in visibility to search engines. It'll also raise it in visibility to your target audience groups. As you post content, you can use what they call hashtags. So, you know, if you want to expose it to Catholic, put a hashtag slash, hashtag, then the word Catholic, boom, there you go. It's going to bubble up. You can do that for faith. You can do it for theology of the body, or TOB, or Vatican, whatever the case might be, Bible, Scripture, Gospel. Hashtags used in combination with those will help to elevate your messaging again. So you need to be out there. You need to be doing it regular. If nothing else, if you really just have a hard time with it, again, set up a website, set up a blog with a website. But on your blog, if you use WordPress as an example for that, you can set it up so it automatically, every time you posts out links to that content out on those social media sites. So you can and you should be doing that. You should be engaging in it. It's going to raise your visibility. It's going to raise your brand, help people gain insight and line of sight to your site and to your brand, and help you to further your evangelistic. Man, I can't even talk this morning. Your evangelistic engagements. I need more coffee. But just some food for thought. Get out there. At the very least, have automatic cross-posting, but I highly encourage you, take time, engage. Again, this is part of that getting to know your audience. Not only do you go out and see what others are doing, but then as you start to engage in these channels, you'll start to make connections. And we'll talk more about that with empathetic connections later. But just some food for thought. This is Michael Gennady with Michael on the Go, Catholic Family Man Edition. Bidding you have a great day. Take care. God bless. And as always, ciao.